Hello children, welcome for today's biology class. So today we are going to study the chapter body fluids and circulation. So in this what we are going to cover are functions of circulatory system and components of blood. So first let us study regarding the functions of circulatory system. Circulatory system mainly it is meant for transport of substances, nutrients, respiratory gases, hormones, metabolic waste, water. So all are transported through circulatory system. It helps in defense against foreign materials. If you are having any infection, so as defense mechanism also it is helpful. It plays an important role in maintaining a constant body temperature throughout the body. So different groups of animals, they have evolved different type of methods for their transport. Simple organisms like sponges, coelentrates, they circulate water from their surroundings throughout the body cavities. You know, sponges, they have canal system. Okay, so and the coelentrates they have so the center cavity that is a coelentron. Inside that it is being circulated. They have a single mouth and anus, both will be the same one. So through that, so the water will be coming in and going out, and it circulates water. And sponge's special system, canal system is there. And next, complex organisms, they use special body fluids, so within their bodies for transport of materials. So blood is the most commonly used body fluid in higher organisms, even in the case of human being also that is there. And another body fluid, lymph. Okay, so that is also helpful in the transport of certain substances. So let us see the components of blood. So blood, mainly it is a fluid structure, and in that the fluid component of the blood is plasma. And in plasma, so various corpuscles are there. So that is erythrocytes, so leukocytes, thrombocytes are there. So the leukocytes, it can be classified into various categories. It can be granulocytes or agranulocytes according to the presence of grains in the cytoplasm. So granulocyte, it can be classified into three, that is neutrophil, eosinophil and basophil. And granulocytes can be classified into monocytes and lymphocytes. And in lymphocytes, T lymphocyte, B lymphocyte, mainly lymphocyte, that is the main component of lymphatic system. Even in blood also it's there. Okay, so now let us study the different components in detail. So first, plasma, it is a straw colored viscous fluid. 55% of the blood is contributed by plasma. So mainly it contains water, and apart from that some proteins also there. So proteins, that is fibrinogen, globulin, albumins are the major proteins. So fibrinogen, it is helpful for the clotting of blood, and globulins, they are involved in the body defense mechanisms, that is immunoglobulins and all. Then albumins, it helps in maintaining the osmotic balance. So plasma without the clotting factor, we call that as serum. Different type of corpuscles let us study. First, that is erythrocyte or RBC, red blood corpuscle. So they are most abundant of the cell, because of that blood is red in color. Adult healthy human being, he is having an average of 5 to 5.5 millions of RBCs. RBCs divide, they don't have nucleus in case of mammals, but anyhow when they are mature RBCs only, they don't have this nucleus. But when they are young, they have nucleus. Later they lose, because RBCs are not having the capacity to divide. Whenever RBCs when they are worn out, after 120 days they will be disintegrated and later destroyed, and the new RBCs are formed from bone marrow. So they are red in color, so due to the presence of hemoglobin. It is an iron containing complex protein. Okay, so it vary from person to person, but when you see the adult, so they are having about 12 to 16 grams of hemoglobin in 100 ml of blood. In case the hemoglobin it becomes less, and otherwise iron content is less, it results in anemia. The people the hemoglobin formation won't be there properly. Next, let us study regarding leukocytes. So leukocytes are colorless. You call them as WBC. they don't have hemoglobin. They are generally short lived and they are helpful for the immunity of our body, that is due to the presence of this leukocytes. WBC, your main function, that is it is providing you immunity. They can be classified into granulocytes and agranulocytes according to the presence of grains in the cytoplasm. They are large comparing to RBC and they have definite nucleus. So here you see granulocytes. Granulocytes are further classified into three: neutrophil, eosinophil and basophil, and agranulocytes into two categories: monocytes and lymphocytes, and the lymphocytes into T lymphocyte and B lymphocyte. Now granulocyte, let us see, compare the three type of granulocytes: neutrophil, eosinophil and basophil. So neutrophil, they do not stain with basic dyes, so that's why you call them as neutrophil. So even with not acidic also, basic also, both of them they are not able to stain, that's why you call them as neutrophil. And eosinophils, they are stained by acidic dyes like eosin, that's why they are known as eosinophils. And the basophils, they are stained with basic dyes like methylene blue, that's why basophils. And neutrophil, the nucleus, it is 5 to 7 lobed, so here bilobed, and the nucleus, it has 2 or 3 lobes. So neutrophils are phagocytic in nature and they give protection against infection. Eosinophils, they are slightly phagocytic, but mainly it is useful in detoxification and also it is associated with allergic reactions. Basophils, they are mainly, they are showing main function as in inflammatory reactions and all. So neutrophils, when you see the amount of neutrophil present, 60 to 65% of the leukocyte, it is contributed by the neutrophils. So here 2 to 3% of leukocytes. It is 0.5 to 1% of leukocytes or basophils. So these are the diagram of different type of leukocytes. This here it is RBC and this is platelet, and this is different types of WBC: eosinophil, basophil, neutrophil, monocyte, lymphocyte, T lymphocyte and B lymphocyte. So now let us study regarding the granulocyte. There are two types: monocytes and lymphocytes. So monocytes, the cells are large, and lymphocytes, there are two types of cells: small lymphocytes and large lymphocytes. So monocytes, the nucleus is kidney shaped. So here the nucleus is large and round. These are phagocytic and motile. They are able to move and they play important role in immune system of the body. 6 to 8% of leukocytes, about 25 to 30% of leukocytes are agranulocytes. Okay, so now let us study regarding thrombocytes. They are platelets. So we call the platelets are known as thrombocytes, and here they are formed from the special cells called megakaryocytes from the bone marrow. Okay, the number also it varies from this range, that it has to be within this range. Okay, and here the platelets, they release variety of substances and most of them they are involved in the clotting of blood. Reduction in their number can lead clotting disorders, and it lead to excessive loss of blood from the body. So it is mainly main function of this thrombocytes, it is helpful for clotting of blood. Whatever the factors released by them, the substances released by them, it is helpful in the clotting of blood. Okay, so various type of this lymphocytes we studied, and also erythrocytes and leukocytes and thrombocytes, all we cover different components of blood, children. So in coming class we will continue the remaining portion. Thank you.